See if I can wrestle this thing. I don't think there's 5 gallons of solvent in here. Oh, I'm going to put it in the jug. See if I can manage this without making a mess. It's got kind of a dark green color. Far from spent. Oops, making a mess. Got this sitting up on a box. Get it up a little higher. There's a lot of things to consider on a solvent. This garage is attached to my home. So, if a solvent is smelly, I'm going to get complaints from you know who. That was messy. And we can all go through life with fewer of those kind of problems. And I don't want to stink my house up either. I don't want to smell myself after I've used it. I wish I had a bigger funnel. I'll keep my eyes peeled for one. I'm getting this all out of here, so when I put my new fluid in, that's all that's in there is the new fluid. And I want to clean this. I think when you bring something into your workshop, and chances are you may never clean it again. While you're enthusiastic about it, get it cleaned up. This barrel's got kind of a little bit of grease at the bottom of it. Shop dirt from wherever it was installed. Way back when. Somebody's going to say, oh, you're not putting that in an approved container. Well, the approvers can stick it. Another thing I find out is how much fluid I had in there. Fluid's up to about here, so I think I got about 2 gallons, maybe a little more. I don't know how many gallons it's going to take to hit the pickup. What I want to replace it with is about $39, $40 a gallon. And, I'm sorry, $39 or $40 for a 5-gallon can. So hopefully 1 can will get me up to the pickup. But you can easily put $100 into fluid on a cleaning machine. So hopefully I don't have to do that here. And some people make their own fluid. But there's some important considerations. Like one of them is, what's the flash point of your homemade fluid? Is a spark from a grinder going to set it off? You're going to have a fire in your workshop. Is it worth all that? You know? To use, some people will take diesel fuel and put gasoline in it, and maybe some acetone I've read, and who knows what the flash point of that mixture is. You might just burn down your garage or your house. And all to save what? You know, instead of spending $7 or $8 a gallon, you're going to spend maybe $6 a gallon on the concocted stuff. Doesn't seem like a bargain. Cheaper isn't always better. Got a little bit of water in it. A little bit of rust and yucky stuff. This video ought to really get the safety sallies going. Fun little experiment. I'm not expecting this to ignite. It's supposed to be Stoddard solvent, safety clean solvent. Wow. Oh. That's magnesium, that's why. I got this McCheese igniter fire starter here. It's magnesium rod with just a little ferrocerium rod here. There we go. Got a little flame going. I don't know if it was because I lit a magnesium flake or whether this is just flammable or not. Burn up some of this old nasty wood and get rid of that too. Kind of a real good grime ring down here. Left a little ring in the back of my truck too. Well, that truck is in need of a serious clean. A few times in my life I've taken a vehicle to an auto detailer, and you'll spend, oh, I don't know, anywhere from $70 on up to get a real good, like a used car auto detailer guy to go over your car lot auto detailer guy. Wow, they do a good job. And it's a bargain if you consider that it gets that I'm going to buy a new car nonsense out of your head. And heck, just save one payment there. Paid for a lifetime of detailing for an automobile. Don't be cheap. I think I need something a little bigger, like a toilet brush. Wow. And my hugging and chalking, I think I'm about to come around the other side. Look at that. You haven't never heard that song, a hugging and a chalking. You need to stop what you're doing and look it up. It's a lot more entertaining than I am. Well, I'd say that's looking a little better. All right. That's enough of this. We'll finish it up and show you the end. Kind of an awkward thing to clean. Okay, maybe I'm just in the mood for a fight today, I don't know, but I'm going to dry this barrel out. Now, I'm standing here watching it, so if the water catches on fire or the plastic milk crate melts, I can scream and flail my hands around, say, oh, why did it happen to me? Why did it have to happen to me? And I'll come back when the garage is on fire. There it is, folks. We prefer vintage iron here on the Crafted channel. I wonder if this 93 is 1993. It says 2030-93. Back over here to the Burn Your Garage Down station. I just turned the barrel again. Still cold on top. Not quite as cold as it was. Gets warm on the side. This was the surface that was against the flame or the heat source. As I get down here, it gets a little too hot to touch, so it's about 130 degrees right in there. The plastic bin on the ground is completely cool. So I hope heat is transferring into the inside of the barrel. We'll get it dry. It's still got a few little droplets on the outside. So it's not drying it out too fast, but it's getting the job done. I may have said that this was a 33-gallon drum. Apparently it's a 30-gallon drum. That is the only number that produces results like this. In order to be able to reconfigure my garage for other projects to get the car inside, hopefully, someday. And to be able to work on other projects, get the lawnmower inside, whatever. It'd be nice to be able to move this drum around. And so I'm looking at these options. That looks okay, although this section looks a little thin. This might bend. 65 bucks. I like that the wheels are on the outside of the ring, which gives you a bigger footprint, less tippy. So here's a universal one for 30 and 55 gallon drums. Looks like it's plastic, costs more money. This looks really well made. This strap that the wheels are bolted to comes under here and then is welded to the side. So that looks like it's pretty good. 60 bucks delivered. And there's other choices here. There's one for 39 bucks, looks used. It's got the triangles on the outside. I might make one. Give that some thought. Well, here's a kind that has, see if we can blow that image up. Here's a kind that uses casters with a peg on it instead of a bolt-on plate. And this has 5 casters. I like that it clamps to the bottom of the drum. Still, a lot of dough, a lot of dough. I think we've about seen it all, folks. Looks like it's going to cost at least 50 bucks. Whoa, what do we got here? Northern Industrial. Oh, 15-gallon drum dolly. That's no good. Yeah, we're down into the 33s. Ah, here. Here somebody's got a used parts washer. Kind of like mine. Same style, sits on a drum. Looks like they got a homemade lid for it. A light. I don't think mine has a light. No bid, started out at $225. Plus you gotta ship that sucker or go get it. I think you ought to buy something like this locally. Whoa, 8 wheels. In the spirit of octocopters, we have 8 caster dolly, drum dollies. Of course, that's for 55 gallon. I think we've seen all our choices. Looks like a load of dough. You can spend a lot of money on casters, so don't fool yourself that you can do something like this cheaper. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. 40 bucks. 1,000-pound capacity. I'm looking at those wheels. I'm thinking, I don't think so. Of course, I'm nowhere near that. Oh, so we got $25.99. So we got $40 buy it now price, $26 shipping. That's $66, folks. Here's new in package for $68 with free shipping. It's hard to justify buying used things sometimes. And, you know, buying used things is a form of recycling. You know, I like recycling. You know, reusing something is infinitely superior to recycling. And, you know, the best thing is to use everything up completely. I don't know, though. Don't seem to be too many choices here. I might have to build it. Well, it's got to be dry now. I know I promised the garage would be on fire.